We are the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM, Indiana in the Morning, brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. And this reminder that our interviews are presented and protected by Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. With us this morning, Milt Lady from White Township. I know that this is a busy time for you and all your crews out there, isn't it, Milt?
It is. Getting ready for winter. Thank goodness we haven't had too much bad stuff yet, but it's coming. But, yeah, we're prepared. Things are looking up for the new year, so we're anxious to get that started.
Now, how much road treatment did you guys have to use last year? Was last year a pretty bad winter?
It was a typical winter. A lot of nuisance type going out every morning, just touching up roads here and there. And no real big stuff. But we used our normal amount, I'd say, which is about 2,000 tons of salt.
Okay, and you have your season supply already in place?
Well, not season, but our salt shed's full. We stock up at the end of last season before the prices go up. So we're in pretty good shape. We're getting anti-skid brought in because that can sit outside.
What types of projects are taking place for the folks at White Township this time of year?
Well, this time of year, we're not looking to really open up the roads or do that kind of work too much. A lot of work right now is planning and getting engineers on board, doing inspections to plan our activities for next year. But with the fickle weather and all of that, you never know. We don't want to get roads opened up and then our guys can't work on them because they're plowing snow. So. We kind of don't get into too much exterior work at this point.
The White Township crews were busy over the summer months. What were some of the bigger projects that you guys were able to complete?
We did a lot of work on stormwater work. We repaired some culverts, some inlet boxes, replaced some cross pipes underneath the road. A lot of stuff you don't see, but it's got a function or. We found some areas that we're going to have to do some work next year, so we're planning that also. Sewer-wise, obviously, the Fulton Run project is in full swing this fall. That's an outside contractor, but we're providing an in-house inspector. They're there all the time that the contractor's there working. So doing a lot of camera inspection works over our line, again, in preparation for doing more work on the sewer lines coming up in 2020.
How was road paving for this past summer?
We did our typical. The outside contractor did a nice job. I think we did about 2 to 3 miles worth of paving. But there's a lot of work in prepping for that. We try to get all the stormwater infrastructure under the road repaired before they pave that. So there's a lot of prep work. We try to do some leveling courses ahead of the chip and tar work that was done. And that we did Xena Road for the chip and tar.
What are some of the factors that you consider before you pave a road? Does there have to be certain things about that road? I mean, we know that if there's a lot of potholes in it, but what are some of the other things that you look at?
Well, I got to admit, I let that really up to my road foreman. He's been there almost 37 years, so he kind of knows his stuff about the roads and knows the history of each of the roads. So I rely on him a lot. But, we look for the cracking, the shoulder breakdowns, that kind of thing. If we've done a lot of infrastructure work underneath, we like to leave that settle a little bit before we come back and pave that, because even a year after we've done that work, the ground's still settling. And then you get these little dips in the road that people don't like to drive over. But we try to plan that activity with the other utilities so we're not paving a road and they come back in and cut it all up for us. So there's some coordination effort there with the other utilities.
Now, White Township Recreation Complex, I believe that's a project that's either started or going to be finished soon, right?
We did open the bids at our last supervisor meeting. That's the DCNR grant. We are awarded $800,000, which is a 50-50 match. They give us $400. We have to match it with another $400. We opened those bids. Unfortunately, they came in higher, which seems to be the case anymore. Every time we open a bid, it seems to be a lot higher than we projected. But anyways, so the consulting engineer and our staff is busy crunching the numbers and trying to see how we can update the work scope, cut things here and there to get it within pretty much the budget that we have projected. So we have a couple weeks to fine-tune that and hopefully make that award. But that involves a lot of structural type repairs, insulation, trying to put a new membrane on top of the roof. We did have a new dehumidifier spec'd out, some HVAC work. I'm just not sure we're going to be able to do it all with the prices we received, but we'll do our best to maximize the effort.
And that's the ice arena building itself that
Correct.
you're speaking
Yes.
about. How about any improvements or repairs to, because there's a lot of ground out there. You have all those softball fields, tennis courts, and all that area to take care of as well.
Well, there's a continual work in progress, upgrades. Some of those facilities out there have been there since, out at the rec complex, they've been there since 97, 98. So they're showing their wear. So we have upgrades, improvements there. They did some work around the dugouts with the retaining walls. We are going to be expanding. We had purchased about 22 acres up above the picnic area. We're going to start renovating that. We're not quite sure what we're going to do with that yet, but there's a lot of invasive plant species in that area that we need to get rid of before they start taking over. And that's true with a lot of our properties. Also where the caretaker lives, we're going to be doing some work there. We're going to open that up more to the public, back off the fence a little bit so that wooded area is open for maybe science classes or people to just walk around in, and still maintain the privacy of the caretaker's home.
Milt Lady from White Township, our guest this morning here on Indiana in the Morning. As you look ahead to 2020, are there a couple of big items that you'd like to get accomplished in the next 12 months?
Oh, yeah. We've done the budget. It's been tentatively approved. I'm happy to report that it's a balanced budget. There's no changes in our tax structure, and that's the real estate transfer, earned income, and local services tax. No increases there. We'll continue our policy of no property tax in the township, and also no increase in fees, which is sewer fees, stormwater, and recycling. But I think we're going to concentrate a lot of our efforts, at least we're planning to, on stormwater. Again, there's a lot of the pipes underground are 60s vintage. They're the old galvanized steel. They're rusting. That's why we're getting all these sinkholes. So there's a lot of work planned there. Sewer-wise, we're going to start replacing some laterals that are under our roads that connect the private sewer laterals to our main collector lines. There's a lot of infiltration that's overloading our pump stations, so we're planning to hit that pretty heavy, and that's mostly up in the Pleasant Hills area, where it's old clay tile pipe that just has a lot of infiltration. So those are two of the main projects: stormwater and sewer. There's some culverts we have to replace. Obviously, the recreation, the DCNR grant will be in full swing. Some new equipment will be purchased. We're looking at a new front loader to replace our old one. We're going to purchase a new mini excavator for a lot of the stormwater and sewer work that we're going to be doing. So we have a lot of projects in plan. Maybe not quite so much paving because we want to get a lot of our stormwater up to speed. And then the next year we'll hit the paving heavy where we've done that stormwater work.
And we remind residents of White Township, if they have a specific problem, contact your office.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Because there could be something that just pops up that you're not aware of.
Yep. When the snow flies, if we haven't hit a road yet, let us know. Obviously, our crews are out there about 5 in the morning. They come in early. We try to get the roads clear as we can for the school buses. But, sometimes we have a truck breakdown or whatever. But let us know. We'll try to address it as soon as we can. Obviously, if there's any sinkholes or issues there, please give us a call, and we'll address those as quickly as we can.
The size of your crew at White Township, how many people do you have working for you?
We have about 9 full-time people in each of our departments, and that involves the road crew. There's about 9, sewer crew, and also the rec department. There's about 9 full-time employees in each, and then we have some part-time staff during the summer, obviously part-time out at the arena, and also then we have our administration group. So
right.
33 full-time for the whole township.
And, of course, we always want to remind folks that they are welcome at any of your public meetings that are held out at the White Township headquarters.
Yes, absolutely. They're all open to the public. We have a planning commission tonight. There's 2 final site plans up for approval. And in December, our supervisor meetings change a little bit. They're normally the second and fourth Wednesdays. This month, because of the holidays, we move them up to the first and third. So our next one is on the 18th. And that's where we'll officially adopt the 2020 budget.
Milt Lady, thanks so much for stopping by. Holiday best to you and everybody out at White Township.
Thank you. Same to everybody out there.
We are Indiana in the Morning. We're brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank, and we are the voice of Indiana County, WCCS AM 1160 and 101.1